Hi, Pips. So today we'll be learning about computing the variance and standard deviation of a discrete probability distribution paired by yours truly, just sa Alpit. So ngayon, um, variance and standard deviation of a discrete random variable. Ano ba ang variance? Ano ba ang variance of a discrete random variable? The variance of a discrete random variable is a measure of spread or dispersion of the observations around its mean. So, ayan. How far is your data from the mean? Parang ganun. The standard deviation is a measure of spread but in the same units but in a given with a given random variable. Ito siya. So, ayan yung mga formula natin. The first formula is for variance. Remember na kapag variance, may squared siya. Ayan. And then for the standard deviation, it is just the square root of the variance. So, kaya yun ganyan. It is equal to, standard deviation is equal to the square root of your variance. Where this notation is the standard deviation. We call this one the standard deviation. And then the x is the value of the random variable, p of x the probability value of the random variable, then sigma squared is the variance, and the mu is the mean. Okay, let's proceed to the next one. Mm-hmm. So here are the steps in computing variance and standard deviation. First step, you must have or you must find the mean of the discrete random variable. Good thing kasi natapos na natin yung video and you can just review that one if you forgot. For number 2, square each value of the random variable and then you are to multiply the result to its corresponding probability value. Lastly, compute the variance and standard deviation using the formulas below. Voila! Sige. Now, let's proceed to our example. For the example, yun pa rin, you will be using the same example. Find the mean of the probability distribution where x is a random variable representing the number of tails that will occur in tossing a coin twice. So we have the following, the value of x, 210, pwede rin siya lowest to highest, and its corresponding probabilities. Now, for step 1, find the mean of the discrete random variable. So, paano ba natin siya isa-solve? We are to multiply the value of the x with its probability, and then you just get the total. So, anong nangyari? 2 times 1/4 equals 1/2. Next, 1 times 1/2 equals 1/2. 0 times 1/4 equals 0. If we get the total, the answer is 1. And 1 is the mean of our probability distribution. I mean, the mean of the probability distribution. Next, let's have, oopsie. Mhm. Mm. Now, let's have the step 2, square each value of the random variable, multiply its result to its corresponding probability value. Ngayon, di ba originally we only have two columns for our given, the value of x and its probability. Now you are to add two columns for the x squared and the product of the x squared and its probability. So paano to siya nangyari? Ganito ang nangyari. Value of your x, 2. You square that one. That is now 4. 2 squared, kasi yan yung x mo. Value of your x. So 2 squared equals 4. Then next is 1 squared equals 1. And lastly, you have 0 squared. Of course, that is 0. On the last column, on the last column, you have to multiply your x squared by its probability. What is the value of your first x squared? 4. So you have 4 times the probability of that one is 1 fourth. 1 fourth equals 1. So you have 4 times 1 fourth equals 1. Then so on, you are to follow that one. 1 times 1 half equals 1 half. 0 times 1 fourth equals 0. And now you have the column for your x squared and p of x. Now you can also get the total of this one para mas madali na lang mamaya. The total of this one is 1 plus 1 half plus 0 is equal to 3 over 2, or that is equal to 1 and 1 half. All right. Okay, let's proceed to the next one now. So now we're on the step 3, the last step. Compute the variance and standard deviation. Remember, the formula is this one. Ito siya ang ating formula. Now, get the total for the x squared times p of x. Pero na-solve na natin to kanina. We have 1 plus 1 half plus 0. That is equal to 3 over 2, or 1 and 1 half, or 1.5. Plus the mean squared. Remember that the mean is equal to 1. 1 squared is equal to 1. So you have 1.5 minus 1 is equal to 0.5. Now this is the value for our variance. So variance is equal to 0.5. But that is just for variance. Next, let's identify, or let's compute the value for our standard deviation. The standard deviation is given by the formula. Now, kanina, nasolve na natin ang value nito, and that is equal to 0.5. So, if we substitute that one to our given, we have sigma is equal to the square root of 0.5. Now, the square root of 0.5 is equal to 0.771. And so that is our value for our standard deviation. For interpretation, the variance is zero point 0.5 and the standard deviation is 0.771. Therefore, we can say that on the average, the number of tails that will occur in tossing a coin twice is 0.771 from the mean of one tail. And, well, that's it for our video today. That is for computing the variance and standard deviation of a discrete probability distribution. So if you have any questions or clarifications, just comment down below and I'll see to it to reply. Thank you and see you on the next video. Bye bye.